Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltamar, and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Stellaris. Where we left off last time, we were at 2243. We are about to get our Cybrex precursor system to spawn, which is going to be really good for us. I'm also going to quickly explain why we want to keep our empire small. So there's two different reasons for it. The first is we want to keep our empire size small to lower our empire sprawl. As you can see in this little sort of drop-down descriptor, our total empire size is 145. We get a penalty because we are a corporate entity, which means you're supposed to be building taller as a corporate entity. So we get plus 50% for that. It increases the tech and tradition adoption costs for your empire. So we're trying to keep that low because we want to keep our tradition tree, which is under society management here, which is these things, the cost for them as low as possible, as well as our technologies as low as possible as well. We're really going to be focusing on having like a hyper specialized tiny empire. That's kind of our goal. Mem aliens. We found a civilization we now know to be the end of the cycle. Remarkably, it turns out they're a fully autonomous robotic civilization led by a single formidable AI. We have to learn how to dismantle them, which doesn't give us a positive them, but that's okay. The other one is we should study them, but we are spiritualists, so we can't. Terrifying. We must find out how to dismantle them. They're a rogue defense system. They're determined exterminators. They actually don't hate us because we are machines, but they're still also going to be not super thrilled with us. Let's take a look at our... Oh, we also met the Ancient Caretakers. This is another precursor, or sorry, not precursor, a fallen empire. They are the sort of super powerful AI empires that spawn in the game, and you have limited interaction with them. There's some events that go around them, like the War in the Heavens event is part of them. Also, if you have the Scion origin, you'll have a more intimate relationship with the fallen empires, but for now, synthetic civilization detected, scanning for signal corruption, stand by. Signal corruption nominal. Initiate handshake protocol. Greetings, fellow synthetics, you are approaching Sidron Continuance territory. These systems serve as a refuge for sapient organics fleeing the error data block corrupted threat. All biological sapients within the refuge are under Sidron protection. Attacks on refugees, habitats, and stasis chambers will not be tolerated. The Custodian Project welcomes the systems in the form of processing cycles, resources, and war assets. Establish a subspace link with central processing for further details. They don't care too much about us, but that's okay. After intense study of our recovered Cybrex artifacts, scientists on Q-Bring have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of a system the ancient machines referred to as Cybrex Prime, possibly where their civilization retreated after their abortive attempt to exterminate all sapient organic life. We should launch an expedition to the system before someone else beats us to it. And we have another special project completed. After many weeks of study, our expert linguists have unearthed the meaning behind the documents found on Aphris 4A. The documents were philosophical ponderings by a famous scholar, only referred to as Talissa, the teller of tales. Her teachings have provided us with much insight into how to better gain political results via applying different states of mind and use larger scale questions as a focus for reform. We get access to the Master's Teachings, Philosophical Mindset, Empire Edict. So let's take a quick look at that. But also we need to find out where Cybrex is. It's right here. It's actually added a new way into our space, which is really annoying. That said, let's just go there right now, survey it, research it, get that done. First contact, the Artisan Troop wants to speak with us, which actually is very helpful. We're going to talk to them right now. First of all, let's go see that Master's Edict thing. So Philosophical Mindset gives plus 5% research speed and plus 1 leadership pool size, but also it's going to drop us into using Unity for our edicts, and I don't really want that, so we'll leave it off for now. We might turn it on later. Now, communications. Contacts. The Artisan Troop, we're going to diplomatize with them, and we're going to become their patron. No, we're not, because we can't afford it. Let's drop some minerals. Now we're going to become their patron. It increases our monthly Unity plus 10%, which I do want for now. We may not keep that forever, but I do want it currently. Alright, Cybrex Alpha is now going to be researched. We're going to build a station there, I guess. It's not in a great place, but there's not much I can do about it. There is, however, a fallen empire on this side, so this side might be kept relatively safe if there's no other way into this space other than through the fallen empire. Might be okay in that regard. Anyways, let's see what happens now. So this scientist, I guess, can do what? We don't really have a place for them yet. I'm going to send them back home. And the Plovians, right, they are friendly to us. Let's establish an embassy. This is the Determined Exterminator Empire. And once we get a good enough relationship with them, we might get a defensive pact, which would keep us ultra safe. Determined Exterminators are quite strong. And having one in our corner would be extremely useful. I'm also going to switch these to hangar bays and build hangar bays there. That should help us a little bit. Okay. And then we're good. 3 jobs, 3 jobs. Why do we have crime on this world? Oh, wait. Are some of these jobs that are open enforcers? Yes. No crime allowed. Enforcers stop crime, and if those jobs aren't filled, then sometimes criminals start, and they can become annoying. Greetings from the Vengrelian Trium, the certified caravaner traders of the Caravanassery Caravan Coalition. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. Teamwork makes the dream work. Whenever we enter your territory, we'll offer you an exclusive deal. Unfortunately, our ships are all outside your territory at the moment, but we look forward to doing business in the future. In the meantime, do not hesitate to contact us, but be aware that incoming calls will be rerouted to the Caravanassery Caravan Coalition. They become extremely annoying just because they never stop sending you things, even when you're in like a dire situation where you need to focus on something entirely different. They're gonna be like, hey, do you want to buy an old sock for 1,000 energy? And you're like, no, go away, I'm busy. I'm gonna get planetary build speed, I think. It's not the tech I was hoping that would spawn. In fact, none of those were. They're all kind of bad. Were any of them faster? No, that is the fastest one. Okay. I'm gonna grab... What am I gonna grab here? We could just go straight for more unity and build something like another temple. Really push for that. Actually, no, it's not gonna matter. When we get Cyberx Alpha, we're gonna get a ton of unity. I'm also gonna send a construction ship there, so it's ready to go as soon as we want to. There is a mega structure in the system. You can see that by the sort of D12 or whatever it is. I think. Yeah, it's gotta be a D12 or something like that. There, looks like a Dyson sphere actually. There's 4 ruined ring sections here, and that's the ring world we're going to be repairing in the future. So, as a heads up. Cyberx Central Nexus. It would seem that the Cyberx reevaluated their galactic crusade against organic life at some point during its 17th year. Whether this change was prompted by losses on the battlefield or an ideological shift in their network consensus, we may never know, but whatever reason the Cyberx decided to halt their campaign. They began a slow withdrawal that lasted nearly a century until they eventually vanished completely. We now know that they retreated to this system, where they had constructed a massive ring world designed to house their entire civilization. They isolated themselves here for several millennia until an independent explorer chanced upon their system and spread its location to the rest of the galaxy. The news that the dreaded Cyberx had been found again prompted several neighboring powers to organize a massive military expedition, which bombarded the Cyberx ring world into rubble. Strangely, the Cyberx seems to have offered no resistance whatsoever. We get 300 minor artifacts, almost 10,000 unity, almost 3,000 engineering research, some credits, and we get the secret of the Cyberx minor artifact action, and it ends the Cyberx home system event chain. We also get the Cyberx Warforge, an extremely good artifact. We can actually look at it in a sec here. We have 5 more months until we can... Okay, we're going to pick a thing here. So we're going to grab... Unfortunately, we don't know any real empires to do universal transactions with. Commercial packs are extremely good for us, but unfortunately, the end of the cycle is a hive mind, so we can't trade with them. The Lyritan nation hates us, so we can't trade with them. I kind of just want to grab it anyways, because eventually, hopefully, we'll meet someone who wants to trade with us. In fact, I think I am going to. In the vague hope in the future that someone wants to trade with our merchants, that would be a great situation for us. Anyways, Cybrex is fully explored already. Let's build our starbase. Do I want to grab one extra system just to blockade? Probably, maybe. It depends where this person's borders actually end. Anyways, let's just keep exploring. See if we can find more people. In fact, I think I'm also going to send you to do that as well. Go do stuff. Okay. How's everything else going? Let's sell a little more food. Council agenda just finished. We're going to get more trade value and xenophile ethics attraction and some pop growth from immigration, but that's not super important for us. I would love to do a commercial pact efficiency and get us extra trade, but that's pointless because we haven't gotten that. We could get spiritualist ethics attraction, not a bad idea. Or we could reorganize the council. Not really useful for us. Let's do that one. Okay, these are building up. Our star bases are turning into star holds. We just need ion thrusters. Okay, good. These still need people to work. Okay, we're fine. We have 2 empty jobs here. We've unearthed the secrets behind gathering and containing the volatile threads of astral material that make up the very border of the universe. This valuable and rare resource can be applied in various ways that will benefit us greatly. That's the astral threads we can see here, but unfortunately we have none in our space, and I don't really want to expand out that far. If we find one maybe in this little region here, like between even Orval and Cybrex Alpha, we might be able to grab that, because if we bottleneck this system, I guess we could take these, because they all look pretty closely bound. This could still be a choke point. We could turn this into an anchorage and then have our defense station there instead. Okay, let's get cold fusion reactors. Ooh. Although we do need FTL inhibitors, I'm going to go with the reactor because we need to get 0-point power faster. Bulwark farming is not finished. We're going to grab immediately Synthetic Age so we can start getting virtual reality. This is where our empire is really going to start to pick up here. The transformation. Despite the superiority of the machine form, our advancement has remained iterative at best. Self-imposed safety standards have resulted in stagnation. Conclusion, more drastic measures are required. Small-scale experiments suggest 3 distinct options for growth: nanotechnology and its variable form-shifting advantages, modularity, for individual units optimized with specific characteristics, and virtuality, the abandonment of the physical form in favor of a digital existence. Evaluation process initialized. Analyze options and deliberate. We're going to overclock this to make it go faster. We lose Unity production for it, but I also don't care. Alright. Things are going good, I guess, for now. Are we friends with this guy yet? Can we get... Okay, so we can form a non-aggression pact with them, which is good. We can't get... we can't get a commercial pact because they are just all consciousness or guest all consciousness. We can get a research agreement eventually. And they don't want a defensive pact with us at all. Even though they are protective of us, they might try to vassalize us, which is always a worry. Anyways, let's continue transforming. We're going to need to start building up these systems really fast once we transform. So let's just start getting rid of some of these blockers. You get to do these little transformation research things. Preliminary research suggests electromechanical constructs called nanites present a promising vector for advancement. While rare, they possess unique qualities, including programmability, self-replication, and the ability to form a swarm intellect. This technology offers unmatched transformation capabilities, but its requirements to support it remain unclear. Potential significant, scalable, cost unknown, additional research required. We'll make it our top priority for now. It doesn't matter that we are doing these, but we want to do all of them. And we get bonuses on our world for doing the research behind them, which is why we're doing them. Complete. It's important. I shouldn't say it's super important, but it is interesting and useful. And we're still building. You know what? Let's just get all 4 of those done. And the reason we're doing this so quickly now is because once we actually get full virtuality, which will happen relatively fast, we're going to fill every job instantly. So we want to build as fast as possible on all our worlds and get everything built up really quick. I could do this. I'm not going to. I'm going to save our Unity. We kind of need it for jamming into the virtual reality stuff. Research has revealed intriguing applications for nanotechnology. Their ability to reconfigure and combine opens up unprecedented versatility in creating megaforms comprised of individual drones. The same technology can generate nanomatter or further convert it. However, the process requires time, materials, and energy to be reconfigured. Empire-wide changes are necessary to support deployment. Viability high, pre-existing nanite lifeforms support the estimation. We get nanite replicator Omega to Q-Bring, which produces 1.5 nanites per month. And then we get to work on the next one. Someone using a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Pilgrim 6. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Just a bored alien carving into a planet with a space laser is very amusing to me, but I think we are going to build out to this system. It's a much better choke point than way back here and here. We can just have one choke point there instead. Ion thruster is going to be our next tech.
System resources analyzed.
And we'll actually get an astral thread. It is going to bump up our Empire Sprawl a little bit, but that's okay. Biological lifeforms are fragile and rigid compared to the superior adaptability of the machine form. However, some beneficial organic characteristics could be replicated with robotic variants. The substance living metal has the capacity to radically and rapidly alter its shape and physical consistency. Integrating this with our existing chassis could enable a form of modular biomimicry where extrusions and limbs can be specialized for specific tasks. Scalable, cost unknown, additional data required, and I do that as well.
Construction complete.
And we're gonna grab this. Oh, there's an enemy something here. There's a lone defender called the Balleries there. Unfortunately, we don't have any fleet at all. Do we even have... We don't have disruptors or anything. We have bad ships. That's okay. You know what? We'll build a few anyways, just to go deal with whatever that is. Let's make a new fleet. Okay, these are all going. Natural wormhole. Oh, that's less than ideal. That's okay. We've detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon at the edge of the Damseth system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds. We can eventually get tech to allow us to go through that wormhole, and we will do so. It's just, we don't have that technology yet. So I gotta go take out that thing. Let's put our Minister of Defense back in this ship. Okay. Greetings, Patron Onyx Rift. We have come up with a gorgeous new type of architecture specifically tuned to improve crowds' understanding of one another. A Ministry of Culture. It functions thanks to a mix of the populace's subconscious bias against each other and art, then smashing it all and presenting it in a new form of unity. Would you like to purchase this building? It will surely prove useful to binding your empire together, and it's a bargain, if I may say so myself. It's actually a pretty good building. It's a good one to have. We'll build it on...
Another
I guess this
obstacle to progress has been overcome.
Probably. And we can actually... Oh, I don't want to waste... No, we're going to save our Unity. We'll ascend our planets later. That's definitely going to be a thing we do, and I'll explain what Ascension is when we get to it, but for now, we're not going to do it. Do I have a second construction ship somewhere? Yes. Let's just get this all done. Build up this system all the way to here. These ships can now go take on that fleet, or that one ship pretty easily. Oh, these need to be continuously doing things. Let's sell 5,000 of those. That really didn't give us as much energy as I was hoping, but fine. Notice our energy went way down because we surplus the food market a lot. Uncompromising research has confirmed the preliminary assessment living metal is viable when fused with mechanical bodies, allowing our units to alter their characteristics without compromising internal functions. This ensures maximum task-based compatibility. Large-scale deployment of the infused modular functions is projected to increase resource yields across all sectors. It's adaptable and promising. We get plus 1.5 living metal on our world as well. We can actually sell some of those things too as they build up, but not right now apparently. If we go to our trade menu, it's not there yet. I think we need the galactic market maybe for it.
Blocker cleared. Progress imminent.
And we're going to need to start the next one. Virtuality, this is the one we want the most. The most profound option is transcend the physical to embrace existence as pure data or data. This transformative virtuality process promises a seismic shift in our infrastructure core. Drones bound to a singular body become obsolete. Once fluid and virtualized, our data streams can seamlessly integrate with any vessel as necessary. Potential massive. Proceed with caution. Additional data requested. Top priority. And we're going to let that go. This is going exceedingly well.
Transmission incoming. Discourse.
This. Alright, our initial scan of the Zranu system revealed that the planet's Belarus was destroyed by nuclear weapons. The inhabitants annihilated themselves using planet-based weapons so powerful that they even shattered their moon. Our only chance to learn more about what happened is a ship patrolling the system, but it's already targeting us with its missiles. We could actually watch this fight. Our ships are just tearing it apart. No signs of life were detected aboard the vessel, so while clearly an AI, the ship repeatedly prioritized self-preservation over optimal combat effectiveness. This means that the only survivor of the horrible conflict on Belarus was sapient. The ship sent a brief message before destruction. Why? It's unclear if this was the start of the question why the inhabitants of Belarus incinerated themselves, or why we destroyed the AI ship. Technology is rudimentary by our standards, but we may gain some insights by disassembling the remains, or because it valiantly performed its duty, we can honor the AI by renaming the planet after its lone defender. If we're going to rename the planet, I want the Unity vastly more. So we are going to grab virtuality as soon as it's available. What are you doing? You're investigating that, you're investigating that. I don't want you to. Go do this. We can investigate that thing afterwards. I want this so I can just start building our defense station there. Oh, the end of the cycle wants to guarantee our independence. We're gonna take that, and they also want a non-aggression fact. We'll take that too. We could not win a war against the Determined Exterminator. It would utterly destroy us. Even with our pretty solid defense station of almost 11k, they would tear us apart. We would need a lot more defense station. Anyways, let's continue on. Our transformation is happening. We're slowly building this up. I need to sell more food. I'm going to build more industry and trade.
Another obstacle to progress has been overcome.
Build more trade.
Resources analyzed. Construction finalized.
Not doing that yet.
Blocker clear.
This is all fine at the moment. You can go back home and repair.
System resources analyzed.
So once this changes in 5 months, we get another small event, I believe. I think we get to choose which one we want at that point. The monolith we found on J99966 dwarfs the science ship we sent to investigate it. The majestic smooth slab of metal, the one's garish pigment patterns on the front have been reduced to mere flecks. A small power outlet on the machine's side promises its secrets will be unveiled in exchange for a modest sum of energy credits. Sure, why not? Groundbreaking virtuality discoveries. Complete virtualization entails a number of issues, notably a surge in energy demands necessitated by the infrastructural adjustments. This is counterbalanced by several advantages, including a decline in the demand for physical housing. Management and efficiency of our drone workforce will be elevated as we move towards operational perfection, and of all the viable options, virtuality stands as the most transformative. Acknowledge we get a little bit of energy and some dark matter production. As the machine stirs, ancient mechanisms clanking behind the smooth facade. After much whirring, buzzing, and dramatic pause, a metallic panel slides back and a ship-sized cylinder rolls out of the machine. The cylinder is empty, its content long evaporated through a corroded sealing cap. The container itself is still in good shape, though, and the unknown alloy is on par with the metal we used to make our ships. We got minor artifacts. Not particularly worth the energy, but oh well, it was interesting nonetheless. We still can't choose virtuality yet, but soon. We've also found the Ymor's mandate. Love is friendship set to music, Ymor's. And we get to choose our thing. We're embracing the virtual world. Okay. We also met somebody new. Where are they? The Ymor's mandate. How much do they like us? They like us a pretty decent amount. They don't want a commercial pact yet, but they will soon, and that's going to help our economy more than anything else right now. Even probably more than becoming virtual. We already asked them for that, but whatever. The end of the cycle wants to share research. We're going to take them up on that offer because our research is worse than theirs, and we don't really need much more influence. So.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated. System resource.
That's fine. And we found a new person. The scientist is focused on a tablet in her hand. As her fingers dance over the keys, she hums a cheerful melody. She seems lost in her work and oblivious to the world. A small robot companion floats up in the air next to her. It chirps and bumps on her shoulder. She looks up. So what is she? She is a driven educator. That's not bad. Spark of Genius, also not bad. She also has an AI assistant named Gorky, which is adorable. She's bad at encryption, but actually she's a pretty decent scientist. I'm gonna grab her. She'll become part of our empire. She's gonna not do much for now, but we are gonna put her. Actually, let me take a look at our leaders. Are we at 4 out of 5 scientists or 4 out of 3? Yeah, we are. So that kind of sucks. We'll put her on a science ship to go learn some things until we can put her on a planet. But we're gonna need her on a planet eventually, I think, just for fun. She's pretty interesting.
Construction finalized.
Okay, that's all done. Building that, and then go build this. Presiding speaker, keep him in the loop. How are we doing in terms of all this stuff? Good, you're building that. Breathing rift. The anomaly found close by LR9 singularity, however unlikely, appears to be some kind of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of LR9 singularity somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly, as if it were breathing photons. It's like the immense gravitational pull of the rift has at some point inhaled other things as well. We should exercise caution. We'll do the event. Keep a close watch until we know more. Special project.
Updated.
Breathe in, breathe out. We can get that started. It's only 16 months, it's not a big deal. Okay, those are all
System
going.
resources
Oh, wait.
analyzed.
We should check this. Oh, the Ymor's mandate wanted a non-aggression pact. Shoot, we should go take that from them. Can we get a commercial pact? No. We need positive relations or 20 trust. We have 0 trust at the moment, and we don't have enough good relations yet. Designed for a different time, having become waveforms cresting a sea of data, our physical frames no longer serve us. Storages are overflowing with discarded shells that could still be of some use. Trace amounts of the resources within can be recycled if we consider it worth our time. Bury the past. We don't care. Although we do get a ton of energy for doing so, I don't want to slow down the speed of this transformation. We want this to happen faster. I'm going to do that, and yeah, that's fine. Let it do its thing. Oh, those two are now rivals. I don't want them to murder each other. I really need a trade partner. I really don't want my first trade partner to be killed by my other ally. My other defensive ally, anyways. We are very close to being able to use some of our unity to start doing our transformation. We need a bunch of it, unfortunately. We probably won't have enough to do it all in one go. In fact, I'm guaranteeing we don't.
Transmission incoming.
We'll get there.
Discourse
Defensive pact from end of the cycle, we're going to take that. We need that defensive
System
pact.
resources analyzed.
And we are going to... Today we have achieved what once seemed impossible, transforming our bodies into transcendent algorithmic operations. The process was not without difficulty. The transition was far from easy, but whatever may have been lost along the way, our new existence offers endless possibilities.
Council agenda available.
We can't afford to donate right now. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I don't have the energy for it. Goodbye. Sorry. I don't need the influence, really. So, we're going to grab... Oh, already going. We're going to grab clustered capacity. Data streams converge in server clusters in our digital being, making centralization sacrosanct for optimal synchronization. Here, our digital network resonates with harmony. Resource from jobs plus 175 minus 25 per colony. Pop upkeep 0.01 energy per colony. So that is going to be a thing. We are 53 months away from our next one. Man, we need more Unity production. We need to get to here? No, we need to get to the full thing, I think. Adopting all virtuality traditions grants all pops are instantly created to meet job requirements. Yeah, so we need to get there. So we need more Unity, basically is what this boils down to.
Blocker cleared.
Let's do
Progress
that.
imminent.
Temples. Need more Unity, and you're going to build the culture center. Go.
Council agenda available.
Breathing. Oh, two things just happened. A badly damaged military vessel bearing an elaborate alien insignia circles Othvomia. The ship has suffered a heavy incendiary attack, which has melted its hull, leaving no survivors aboard. No weapons known to us today can produce temperatures high enough to consume or to cause such an effect. Perhaps the ship's logs may shed some light. Sure.
Situation log update.
Many uneventful months have passed since the discovery of the rift near LR9 Singularity, but now we've received reports of a great stream of debris pouring out of it. It's ours for the taking. Observation of the rift will continue. We get energy and some engineering research. It's pretty good, I guess.
System resource.
These are both incredibly useless. We're not going to have miners, and we're not going to have any naturally occurring blockers, so... We'll take the geology one, though both are worthless for us. And we found a new person to learn about. We're going to just send our Lyritan Nation person there because I think they hate us still. They definitely do, so whatever. I'm going to build a few more defense platforms here, even though I think we're going to be well defended by the end of the cycle. I do want to just make sure we can defend ourselves in the event of a war. Solar Sailor, we've actually had this
System
one before, I
resources
think.
analyzed.
Yeah, I think we definitely have. But anyways, we discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Othvomia 2A. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering and design choices. That's fine.
Council agenda ready.
Not important for us right now. We get some happiness and stuff. What could we do now? We have Synthetic Age, which gives Machine Template System Tech plus 25%. Might be a good idea. Nope, never mind. Unity, that's the one we're going with. 100%. Can we do a commercial pact with you yet? No. No, we can't. Our trust is going up, though, slowly. Again, the rift near LR9 Singularity spills out something new. This time it's mostly metal debris, perhaps from some ancient battle. It's ours for the taking. More energy and more engineering.
Our research has progressed.
Ship upkeep plus 10, but really? Who is that? That's this guy? Is it just the fleet? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Whatever, I don't care that bad. Okay, we have 2 more things to deal with. 3 more things to deal with. An analysis of the ship... This is the
Special inquiry concluded.
Sorry. An analysis of the ship's logs reveals that the crew met its demise when trying to retrieve an irreplicable alien artifact called the Rubricator. It was stolen from their society by a pack of thieving rats. A curious choice of words, as they themselves are most rat-like in appearance. The logs are mainly comprised of curses willing the rat robbers to the end of the universe and beyond. The crew has counted upwards of 50 individual words for defecation, as well as a wide selection of places from which a star's light cannot escape, but their arduous work has paid off. We have uncovered the last known location of the Rubricator in a previously uncharted system, and if we are to believe its former owners, its powers are worth pursuing. We must have it. It's not particularly useful for our... Well, I guess it's minor artifacts. It could be useful. Kazon 5 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines definitely chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Image them for the archives for more engineering research. Predaceous plant life Science Officer Still Unity has made some troubling finds on Myas 3. The planet's megaflora is not only widespread and gargantuan in proportion, but also predatory. Various species of carnivorous plants rest patiently on surface, releasing an aromatic lure into the air and waiting for prey to come near. Sensitive tendrils on the terminus of the plant's leaves register the approach of animals, resulting in the plant snapping shut around their hapless prey, which are left to be slowly corroded by digestive acids. Still Unity warns that any future colonists will have to steer clear of these predatory plants, as they appear to be more than capable of trapping a lone adult cubit. Some society research from that. We have a choice. We can get crystal mines and we can exploit the resource, rare crystal mining, or we can get synthetic crystal plants. I'll just grab the crystal mines once we can actually finish up Valamar. But we did get also the ion drives we wanted, so let's do that. We don't have enough alloys, but we can have enough alloys. And that should actually make these planets even easier to keep happy, stable, habitability, all that stuff. Fleet command limit or starbase capacity, we'll go fleet command limit for that. Once again, the rift has spewed out more things. 2,000 minerals this time, which we have now capped on. We should actually sell. We'll just sell 10,000 of them. We will need minerals soon, but not that soon. Okay. I think we've already done this. Yes. We've already read that translation thing, or the, Ew, gross. Terraforming speed or clear blocker speed, both are really bad for us. I guess blocker speed? We're not terraforming the ring world, that doesn't happen. Ooh, do we have enough for commercial pact yet? No, we're only at 14. Last, okay, that's fine. He's had a civil war? Alright. At the coordinates for the Rubricator's last known location, we've discovered a habitable planet with what we believe may be some form of settlement covering a large portion of the surface. The settlement consists of tall pile-like towers visible all the way from space. Our archaeologists are eager to excavate it in search of the Rubricator, which is somewhere.
Transmission incoming.
Actually,
Discourse
care where it is
anticipated.
that much? I am kind of curious to see where it ended up. Demand subjugation. They want to subjugate us. We are going to decline. I think they'll still like us. They're still protective of us, and we are still improving relations with them, so I don't think they'll declare war on us. We also have defensive alliance. If they break our defensive alliance, then we'll know. The breathing rift has closed. The latest data from the rift's observation probe tells us the rift has vanished after drawing his last breath. The rift closed and left behind not even a single trace of its energies. Some physics research happened. We do have some astral thread situation here, which is good for us. We can get some of that going at least. Not finally, we haven't even started it, but I'm also going to start building up this star base. Like I said I was going to, and never did. They want us to keep funding their Unity, and we're going to do that. We hope the situation improves for them. All I care about is that Unity production anyways, so it doesn't matter. We have 11 months until our next thing.
Construction finalized.
Let's go get Kazon under our control.
Construction complete.
We are not going to risk an altercation. Our crew above the ISS Hollow Heroes reported that the Phuket shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems and sustained inoperable damage, drifting until it entered Phuket's gravity well. There are no survivors. Ship's cargo hold does indeed contain a notable amount of minerals. However, the captain of the ISS Hollow Hero cautions that the construction indicates Lyritan design. It's highly likely the minerals belong to the Lyritan nation, and they may be displeased if we lay claim to their shipment. It's 300 minerals, we definitely don't need it. We need the influence and likability more. even with an enemy like, or even with the people that don't like us.
Construction
So,
complete.
they're happy. We got 100 influence. It's pretty useful for getting systems at the very least. It's always nice when you get that one in the beginning of the game. And we have more things going on. We've made first contact with new species in Q-Bring Z
Our
aliens.
research has progressed.
Below the surface of Phuket 3 lives a familiar organism. Scans and samples show that it's some kind of mycelium, littered with enormous spores and directly related to the Famungus. Its spores, however, seem to have mutated and grown into small beads. Their ever-changing colorful surface is quite the spectacle, but more importantly, they seem to be producing a stronger signal than the regular spores. Since we dismantled the network, we don't have any practical use for this information. Bring back the data, that's fine.
Construction complete.
Ah, these are not great for us. Let's take the energy credit one. It's relatively fast and we can just get it done with. And we have another tradition. We can get that data-driven loops, which gives researchers negative upkeep, and basically everything has negative upkeep, except empire size from planets, which goes way up. Empire size from pops go way down, though. So our empire size is now 183. It's not the worst. We're at plus 17, which I want to get it lower, and we will in time.
System resources analyzed.
We've also met the Numistic Order, which is another caravaner order. But they aren't in our space, and we can't buy for them, and we probably won't be buying too much from them anyways, but they can have okay stuff. Usually it's useless. Horror in the Void. We have encountered some kind of vast entity near the Bowen Vortex. It appears to only exist partially inside of our own universe, with the bulk of the creatures still trapped in whatever nightmarish realm it spawned from. There's a malevolent intelligence at work here, ancient beyond our concept of time and utterly alien in its design. We can only guess as to its purpose.
Evading hostiles.
We did manage to get away from... Nope, we lost our person. Which means we actually lost a council member, which kind of sucks. But we're going to jam this council member on our council right now. There's a dimensional horror in this system, and it's actually... Oh, you can't see it. But it's a giant sort of Lovecraftian horror. The Commission Cooperative has encountered something that is beyond sublime. Giant beings, their sheer existence a testament to the unfathomable wonders of the universe that make most life forms appear like flickering lights next to burning stars. Despite the true nature of the Leviathan being unknown, the people of Q-Bring are hopefully in awe of what has been found and optimistic about what it may bring. Proof of the divine. Although it is a terrible Lovecraftian horror. There's just so many random events. We have found the wreckage of an archaic spaceship of unusual design. Instead of using propulsion similar to that of modern ships, the craft relied on large sails unfurled. We just saw this one. Anyways, unfurled in the vacuum of space. Presumably the ship harvested solar energy and drifted on solar winds created by starlight. Message in a bottle archaeological site has been created at Siet. There. We'll get there. We're working on towards that one. We did lose a scientist, which does kind of suck. The ship made it back. The person... Oh no, the ship didn't make it back. Never mind. That's the ship we built for her. Let's go excavate some sites.
Complete.
We don't need to go anywhere else. We've done enough exploring. We already lost a person. Z aliens apparently no longer exist, so that's not important. Ooh, we have a commercial pact with the Moras. Okay, so we're going to be getting from them not a lot. 1.46 energy, 1.46 minerals, 1.46 food, and 1 unity. They get a bunch of energy, but it can be worth it because we can build later on stuff on their planet, like these branch offices. I might build one now on their home world at least. Is this their home world? Okay, it's bigger than I thought it could. I was like, does it have 18 people on it? No, it's 54. 58. It's not in good shape. Did they lose a war or something? Anyway, for now I'm just gonna let them give me some unity, I guess. It's not the best system, but it's gonna give us some energy anyways. Let's donate.
Transmission incoming.
Go away.
Discourse anticipated.
Okay, that's building. That's building. They want to make a research pact. It's not nearly as good as the other one, and we're kind of low on influence to give away, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to grab destroyers, finally. How are your things going?
System
Just going to start
resources
getting these all done, so when we
analyzed.
can get virtuality, we can just build all the things we want. We do have virtuality. When I mean we finish, virtuality is really more what I meant.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Okay, you're doing that. Where are you going? You're going to just excavate here. Don't go anywhere and die. Where's our other scientist, for that matter? Where's number 3? You're up here. Don't. Just come back here. We have other things for you to do. You can go and, okay, there's not much for you to do. Go to Siet. There's at least an excavation site we can do eventually.
Finalized.
Don't want a migration treaty with them, so I'm not going to bother. Let's grab chemical plants for now. It gives us the ability to make exotic gases. All templates. Investor, we're going to grab that. Extra trade is always good. Our economy is getting there. It's not ideal yet, but it's working its way up. Governing ethics ships in the governing ethics shift in the more as they're becoming more militaristic. That's fine. Don't care. Their empire is not that big of a concern for us, other than building a few branch offices on it eventually.
Construction complete.
And it's really only going to be important because I want to build mercenary enclaves there
Another
eventually,
obstacle
or
to
naval
progress
caps. It's going to be
has
our
been
biggest
overcome.
issue in this game later on. I'm going to build anchorages here now. We don't need this starbase anymore. We don't have enough ships for the naval cap we currently have, but we will eventually. Resource cache on the planet. We get 1,500 minerals. We discovered an ancient cache of resources among the ruins on Pilgrim 2. They're even now in the process of being shipped to our central stores. We're going to run out of need for minerals shortly, but nothing we can do about that. Our presiding speaker is going to grab Reformer for sure. Unity and Governing Attraction. Why not? Unity is going to be going up again soon, and we're going to get Virtual Economy Focus. We get to choose between Research, Unity, or Leaders for our focus. We're going to go Unity at first, and then we're going to switch to Research afterwards, because we're really behind on tech. Maybe not that behind, but we're behind where you would normally be for a Grand Admiral game, but we will be catching up really fast once we have the ability to do it. So capacity synchronization, we're going to do that, and we're going to go to Government, which gives us the ability to change it, but where is it? There it is. So we're on research right now, but we're going to switch to Unity. We get way less research, but we get 80% more Unity, and I want that way more than I want the research at the moment. We're now at 508 Unity per month. We just need to finish this virtuality thing, and then we can swap to research. It's also why I'm not ascending any of my worlds yet either. I'm going to grab Secrets of the Cyberx because I forgot to do that earlier, and we might as well get... Oh, it has so many months of engineering research. We'll get back to that. When we get our research stuff actually up and running, we'll worry about that. Down we go. At the heart of the formation lies an overgrown processional entrance leading deep underground, choked with vegetation and half buried in rubble. From some sort of tectonic shift ages past. It's going very hard. The going is very hard, and clearing the passageway will be quite an undertaking. Keep digging. Minor artifacts we obtained. We're going to stop at 2260, I think, or approximately. We're just going to grab influence from them. They want us to salvage some problem they're having. The dimensional scar in the Damsath system is destabilized, opening into a rift to another place in time. We should proceed with caution. That is going to be a thing we can work on. I'm going to devote our research to it. Why not? We've already got negative research. It doesn't make a difference. We'll take the extra Unity. Okay, that's built up. Let's build our defensive stuff here. Donate to them again. What's this fleet like? 3,000? So our defense station's pretty capable of taking it on. I'm gonna build just a couple more defensive platforms for now. keep ourselves safe
Construction complete.
as much as possible. I wish I could see
Construction
their
complete.
fleets, just in case they decide to come and make us their vassal. I feel like we just keep giving these guys a bunch of energy for influence, but I'm going to stop doing that now since we don't really need more influence. Oh, I guess we do. Kinda. There's a new empire we found, the Mekazuran Empire. Let's see what they're like. The Lyrtian envoy Hask Pagram has been exasperatingly tiresome in his efforts to represent Lyritan interests in Cube Ring. Right from his first arrival, he's shown unremitting hostility towards the worker cooperative, unleashing an almost constant barrage of objections to our policies and actions. So great an irritation has he been that few would weep to see the back of him, and we have heard whispers that a group of Cubitan loyalists are plotting to expedite his demise. Allowing the scheme to succeed would surely be convenient, but allowing foreign dignitaries to be assaulted or assassinated in our realm might not be the best of looks. Let's snuff out the plot. We're not going to have him killed, no matter how annoying he is. We're going to grab hollow temples, and we're going to grab improved strikecraft. Even though our research is extraordinarily bad. The Amber Puzzle Box. Once past the collapsed entrance, a tunnel bores deep into the earth. Architecturally flawless despite its age, kilometers down it opens into a massive, perfectly spherical chamber. Floating in a suspension field at the very center is an inscrutable alien device. A semi-opaque amber-tinted cube with intricate alien patterns inscribed on all 6 sides. Touching the inscriptions causes rhythmic pulses of light to be emitted from the cube. There's no trace of any known language, code, or mathematical equation in the chamber, or on the puzzle box itself, but it's fairly safe to assume that the box is a riddle of some kind. We're also at the end of our video. I'm just going to wait till the autosave kicks in right now. Perfect. So in the next video, we'll continue on through the last 2 things we need for this. We'll swap back to research. We're going to build up all of our worlds all in one go. It's going to be a really huge jump from our sort of middling economy here to a very powerful economy very fast. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others will see you next time. Take care.